Namaha, Hanumate Namaha, Ganeshaya Namaha. Continuing my yesterday's speech on effort, but how to make proper effort. Everybody is telling about effort, but everybody says I am doing effort. But whether the efforts are doing in a proper way and what is required to make the effort really effective. I have got few points. I am not going to the management theories of Stephen Covey or any other management science, which I was 7 habits of successful people, highly effective people. And then a company, 200 companies were surveyed 300 years back, American top companies. They have given 14 points. I was telling in the class. But they themselves noticed later on, those 14s are not relevant at a later point of time. But one thing I noticed was the bias for action. Rather than knowing the theory, action is required. But again, the problem remains. If you do a blind action without knowing a proper plan, what its long repercussions, then that type of bias for action is catastrophic. So now coming to our Indian standards, Vedas and Vishnu sahasranama, we will develop the subject like this. Yesterday, though I was reading this Vishnu sahasranamam, yatra yogiswaro krishna yatra pardho dhanurdaraha tatra sri vijayir bhuti dhruti nitir matir mamaha. Yesterday in my video, that particular thing has not come out properly for a second. Then some of you must be feeling how that is relevant. If effort is the only thing, why we are invoking Lord Krishna? Here the logic is Yatra Yogiswara Krishna. They never said only think of Krishna. Yogiswara Krishna. That means if you are doing yoga with calm, you will develop calmness, a calm poise. Then you know what is to be done, which is to be done, when to do it. So there is no urgency and important. What is urgent may not be important, but you are always doing unimportant things, only thinking that is important. Then you are lost. Then second thing is, so Yatra Yogiswaro Krishna means you should have a calm mind to analyze the things properly and do the things in a proper way. Now let us come to Bhartruhari, a 200 slokas he made in Sanskrit. And Bhartruhari, according to some people, he is a Vishnu himself, Lord Vishnu himself. He said in a sloka like this, the lower people or lazy people, they won't start the work at all, thinking it is an arduous task, it is out of laziness, it is very difficult, let us not start the work at all. So they don't. For IAS examination, very difficult, let me not try. Or any kind of effort, no, very difficult. Stock exchange you do, a lot of analysis is required. That is it's not my cup of tea. You ask anything, it is very difficult. They go on telling and they will excuse themselves from not making any effort. An American president said, I don't mind failure, but I don't like anybody giving effort, lack of effort. Now coming to, this is about the first lowest variety of people, Adhama they call it. Middle people, Madhyastha, they call it. They start with enthusiasm. Let us do it. And half the way, they feel tiresome and they do not find immediately the results which they are expecting. They feel tiresome and they leave the work in half the way. Generally, it happens. Some effort they make it, some half without effort, and the results are not coming. They will leave it. In the meditation also I have seen. I am not boasting. For the last 45 years I am meditating. Sometimes results seems to be not coming at all. So immediately you feel like blaming the gurus, all other people, it's a waste of time. It is Bhagavan Krishna told, it will take so many janmas. So the effort is a continuous process. Senai, he said it. Make an effort, slowly it will come. It won't come. Banat banjoy. One of the Guru, Lahiri Mahasaya was telling. That means doing, you become perfect. Nobody is thing. Second thing, the top people or successful people according to Bhartruhari, they start with a lot of vigor and great determination with willpower. They won't stop whatever the impediment that are coming, demotivating factors. They will pursue their goal to its logical end. You take the case of scientists who have achieved the things to achieve any kind of achievement they made it with a determination only they could do it. Then comes here, Vyavasayosmi, jayosmi, when I said I didn't elaborate yesterday. Vyavasaya, why he said Bhagavan in Gita. Vyavasaya means actually, put it in otherwise, It is Vyavasayam means in the normal parlance, it is agriculture. How you do Vyavasayam? Vyavasayam means effort. How you make the Vyavasaya agriculture? For that, you will test the soil. You will select the soil first. Then you will plow it and then water it. Then put the seed, water, and then put some manure, and then trenches you will keep it so that animals won't trawl on it. Now, how you apply to our situational efforts? Nicely to say it, you have to, suppose you want to do IAS, you have to select a proper subject and make a deep study. Or if you are engaging in a stock exchange market, 100 stocks are there, don't bother about 100. My friends were also telling, you identify 2 or 3 good stocks and make an in-depth study of those particular companies. Then comes watering means every day you have to read, every day make an effort, put the seed means. Then you should not be, trenches means, why trenches? Trenches means the people who are coming to discourage you, your family members or outsider, why you are wasting your time. So whatever the effort you are making in any direction, there will be always, be careful, don't do that, like that. So they will discourage you. So from your goal. So be careful about that. Then motivators. Motivators means manure you are putting, it's like catalyst. If you see Vivekananda's speeches, awake, arise, you will be inspired. What Vishnu sahasranamam inspires you is, which honestly I am telling, this I have followed it. I have written when I was working in the office also, I put it on my desk. Mahotsahai Mahabalai. It was mentioned in 2 or 3 places, even in the Lalita Sahasranama also. With great enthusiasm, you will get a lot of energy. Without energy, nothing will happen. Get that. Great, my Guru Paramahamsa Yogananda says, great determination. Great determination, willpower. No, willpower, something I am applying willpower. I am making effort. This, or you are making effort, but still that may not be sufficient. You may have to make. There are 2 or 3 stories purposefully I read of the successful people, of the IAS people. 3 stories were there. I cannot take a big video on that. It is a big speech. Very shortly I will tell. There are people who lost 2 times, and they spent 2 lakhs also in going through various classes and leaving their job also, present job which was good enough. And family members, all people, are you mad? You are losing your valuable time, money, and a present job and family, and pursuing for IAS, although you are going to get it. You are wasting your time. Still they pursued and got it. In another case, a fellow lost his limbs, and his legs lost, the 2 or 3 fingers lost. He was the only son, one elder son of the family left, died. Only this one gentleman was there, 24-year-old. Then this man with a wheelchair, sponsored by somebody, going into the libraries and read, ultimately he became IAS. Unbelievable, unbelievable. With God has given us all the organs, and we are wasting our time we say we don't have the time. Time is an excuse. We are all having a lot of time in WhatsApp, TV, entertainment, sports, more than that kind of things. What is required is a balance is required. Samatva yoga machate. So what I mean is, you read the Vivekananda or Bhagavad Gita, you get inspiration. Arise, awake him. Yuddha karo. He goes on telling, do the battle. Jayo, Vijayo, Apajayo. Whether Siddho, Asiddho, whether you are successful or not, do the thing without expectation. It will come. It happened with me also. I am not boasting. Then what Vivekananda or Guru or Bhagavad Gita are going to do to you? It is a genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. In Bhagavad Gita, it was mentioned, Uddhare Atma Uddharo. Nobody else is going to come to you. Even Guru won't come. Guru gives the guidance. Is it not? The teacher explains nicely, but unless the student studies and digests, nothing will come to him. The books and the teachers guide, they will only give you an idea of how to proceed, and how they give you an idea. But you have to work on that, otherwise it won't come. Then when problems come, you will be puzzled. Your mind is lost. Then concentrate on one thing at a time. This is a very important slogan my Guru has given it. One thing at a time is not a waste of time. It is meant to improve your efficiency. When you are doing a work 100%, that is good. In management, they call CPM theory, critical path method. That means when you are doing a particular work, suppose your milk you are boiling, and there are other works are there. Housewives, they know it will take about 10 minutes to boil. In that meanwhile, they do some other things. But to be frank with you, when I'm doing my coffee tea, my niece also was telling the milk was there. We think we can do some other work, and when we are doing some work, suddenly the milk goes out once in 10 days automatically. So this is CPM is a very doubtful and cunning aspect. You have to be very thorough of the particular thing what you are doing. So one thing at a time is very useful at all. Many times when I'm putting that particular stove and suddenly some phone comes and I have forgotten that particular one, the entire house is burnt. And one thing at a time, even after lighting a lamp in the house, once I have thrown that matchstick was already almost got extinguished. But the moment it has fallen, I didn't notice it. I went out some other work. Immediately it caught fire in the house. Some people lost their lives also. So for doing one thing, doing fast is not a efficiency, not necessarily so. So that adds to confusion and double work. So doing efficiently means you identify, prioritize, plan, not just plan, very effective plan. One example I will give you. Tata's also, there was a joke. When a function is there, car is to be picked up to various by the drivers for various executives. And there are 10 cars are there in Tata's and 10 executives will come. So many cars are there. Anybody could have picked up. And it is a story of anybody could have done it, and everybody thought somebody will do. Ultimately, nobody did it. So there is a confusion who is going to. You go, the drivers will not go, and the party guest is waiting. In Birlas, I was told they allot a specific driver, specific car to a specific guest. So there is no confusion at all. The planning should be perfect, and there should not be any ambiguity. That is why I really remember we should also know how to delegate and give effectively. When George Bush went to Clinton after getting elected, Clinton was the outgoing president. Sir, how to carry on this duties of a president? US president is not a small job, the biggest nation. Clinton laughed and told, just I did select the proper team and identify, give it, then that will be okay. That is the thing. And then don't believe the averages also. His Chappell, if I am correct, this story let me tell you. The Chappell was the top batsman of the Australia. He was playing against England, known as Ashes. In the first inning, he made a century, but that was not sufficient. Second inning, he has to make a century to get the victory. The press reporter told the average principle says generally if you hit a century in one inning, you are not likely to hit second time. What he said was, I don't believe the averages. And when the Kent, the governor of that particular state, Wellington, offered the dinner to him, he politely refused it. Because if he takes sumptuous food, he will be sleeping and he will be inactive tomorrow. So he went there next day, he has hit the second century in an exceptional way. So the point is great determination and great plan and great enthusiasm is required. Otherwise, making some effort, sir, I am also making plan, I am also making effort, things are not working my way, God is not kind. So that is why yesterday when I said Vyavasayosmi means, what Vyavasayosmi means, this is. In Vishnu sahasranama, this what all I said it is summarized in a particular way. I have put this in my Vishnu sahasranama video also. Siddhartha, Siddha Sankalpaha, Siddha Sadhanaha, Siddhidaha. Siddha Sankalpaha. With a great determination. A sankalpam is required in Vedam, in our things. Whatever you are doing, a sankalpam, I will do it. If you are doing for Ayyappa for 40 days, I will do this. Like that. In Dhanurmasam, 40 days I will do. There are kind of things like that. We have various things. Siddhartha. For getting success, what is to be done? Siddha Sankalpaha. Then Siddha Sadhanaha. For getting that success, what all the equipment you need it. If I want to make video, I I need a proper computer also, is it not? So siddha sadhana. Then siddhida. If you are making this, then siddhi will be given. It Vishnu sahasranama siddhida means God is giving. God is not giving, God is in you only. God inspires you and gives you the ideas, and he the intuition to you, and you will be getting success if you follows those things that are mentioned by in the Vishnu Sahasranamam. After all, don't misunderstand. You yourself is the God. Aham Brahmasmi. God says in Bhagavad Gita, Jivamso Samadbhuva. That means all bhutas, all human beings, they are a part of me only. What all I am having, the same things are incorporated in a mini way within our body. So we are very much a God ourselves only. God separately won't come with Shankha Chakras to guide us. The intuition comes out if you are doing proper meditation and proper food and proper sleep. You will definitely get good ideas, and you will be in a position to plan properly and do the things effectively. Still, if it is not come, that is a different issue. Let us not go into that kind of philosophy. My guru, as I was telling, don't bother about the result. Again, the moment you are bothered about the result, then your effort will be watered down, because you'll be worried, you'll be nervous. So much money I have spent, so much time I have spent, and what will happen? For example, I'm making these videos not for somebody to say yes or no to me. No, I'm doing for my own betterment. For my maybe my son also asked it some time back. I don't. He's not having time at the moment to go through my speeches. He may at one day he may see, or any public also. I'm not bothered about the for any particular XYZ. If it goes to somebody, I'll be happy. May God bless all of you. Om Tassat.